turnover is equal and shall be treated as it would monitor and ensure a proper utilization of funds from international partners and other donor agencies for the development of the science and technology in the country. Chairman of the House Committee, Honorable Dachong Musa Bagos, who disclosed this at the committee's inaugural meeting in Abuja, stated that they will engage with relevant stakeholders, including the Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology, agencies under the ministry, and Nigerian experts in science, technology, and innovation living in diaspora to help identify areas of legislative intervention and as well as enhance oversight functions. On his part, Chairman of the House Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream, Honorable Ika Wonu Ugochinyere, has pledged to carry out a comprehensive audit of the premium motor spirits commonly known as petrol subsidy regime. The lawmaker said the early remittance of federal revenues and recovery of unremitted revenues is part of what the committee would focus on in the coming days. Here is the business news for tonight. The National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control has issued a public alert warning consumers about the G Fuel brand energy drinks that have been recalled by T&E Imports and GPAE Trading Corporation. Mojishala Adeyeye, the Director General of NAFDAC, in the notice said the energy drinks were found to contain high levels of caffeine, which can cause several health problems such as headaches, insomnia, irritability, and nervousness, especially for people sensitive to caffeine. Adeyeye advised pregnant women not to consume the product as the effects of consuming too much caffeine can lead to a higher risk of miscarriage and low birth weight. She also warned consumers and retailers not to use, sell, serve, or distribute the product as NAFDAC did not register it and lacks a cautionary statement to limit the number of daily servings. Recall that the Netherlands Food and Consumer Product Safety Authority and the Canadian Food Inspection Agency also recalled the products. Nigeria's currency, the naira, appreciated 880 naira per dollar on Binance, a crypto platform, on Friday. The figure represented an 118.6 decrease from the $998.6 naira per dollar it traded on Thursday. The development seems to have triggered panic selling at the Binance P2P market. Recall that the reports suggested that the Central Bank of Nigeria had commenced clearing forex backlogs to commercial banks, airlines, and other entities on Wednesday. The development had sent a positive signal to the forex market, recalling that reacting to the development, a business consultant in Dakolo Bolode said the recent clearance of forex obligation by CBN is responsible for the naira rebound. He said if this momentum is sustained, the naira will emerge stronger, trading below 1,000 naira per dollar at the forex market before the end of the year. Here is the international tidbit for tonight. Kenyan President William Ruto has declared that there will be an end to visa requirements for all African visitors by the end of the year. The development has been widely praised as Kenya became the fourth African nation to scrap visas for African nationals after Seychelles, the Gambia, and Benin. Unrestricted travel for Africans within the continent has been an objective of the African Union for the past decade. However, according to Africa's Visa Openness Index, which measures the extent to which each country in Africa is open to visitors from other African countries, most countries are making progress towards simplifying entry processes and dropping restrictions to some other nations. In 2022, Kenya was ranked 31st on the index out of 54 states. Baruto told an audience in Congo-Brazzaville that visa restriction was bad for business on the continent. Reports say 3 people died when a sailing boat capsized on Friday ran aground on a beach in central Portugal, where the coast has seen heavy swells caused by Storm Ciaran. According to the National Maritime Authority in a statement, the Danish flagged pleasure boat capsized around a kilometer off one of the beaches at Santa Cruz in the municipality of Torres Vedras, around 60 kilometers north of Lisbon. The statement said the victims, 2 men and a woman whose ages and nationalities were not immediately known, were found dead on the shore near the wreckage of the boat and were not wearing life jackets. But the National Meteorological Institute has placed the country's central and northern coastal regions on red alert due to the very rough seas with waves that can exceed 7 meters, 23 feet in height. And here is entertainment news for tonight. Veteran juju musician Peter Akani Akorede, professionally known as Emperor Pig Peter of the Omode fame, is dead. Pig Peters reportedly died on Thursday after a brief illness at the age of 74. Popular music promoter and evergreen music boss Bimbo Esho confirmed the report in a post on her Facebook page. Grammy-winning singer Damini Ogulu, also known as Burna Boy, has expressed a readiness to pay Nigerian blogs to stop posting news about him. The self-proclaimed African giant on his X handle on Friday said he was aware that he had not settled any blog in Nigeria before. He called on bloggers in Nigeria to deliberate on a price and pass it to him to settle them to stop posting about him totally. His post elicited mixed reactions, with some fans warning him that he would be forgot if bloggers stopped carrying news about him. Burna Boy and Nigerian bloggers have a cold relationship following his warning to bloggers against publishing his music for free download on their site. The last crooner had slammed Nigerian bloggers for pirating his music. Dwayne Kefi D. Davis, a 60-year-old former gang leader who was involved in the murder of famous American rapper Tupac Amaru Shakur, known by his stage name Tupac, pleaded not guilty in the U.S. court. Davis was charged in September 2023 after the police alleged he planned the shooting with his late nephew, identified as Orlando Anderson, following the fight with Tupac in a casino, showing the hotel security footage from 7 September 1996, in which several men are seen kicking and punching the suspect's late nephew. The police said this ultimately led to the retaliatory shooting of the singer as he was waiting in his car at a red light. Shakur died 6 days later in the hospital at the age of 25, but at a court hearing in Las Vegas, Davis denied the charge of murder when District Judge Tiara Jones asked for his plea. Davis said not guilty. American singer and actress Selena Gomez has announced she is leaving social media over the violence and what going on across the globe. The 31-year-old celebrity took to her Instagram story on 30th October to explain that she's taking a break from social media. She disclosed that the decision was due to all the horror of hate, violence and terror that is going on in the world. The single soon singer went on to encourage her followers to protect each other and advocate for ending violence. She also frankly acknowledged that her social media posts would not create the change that she hopes for. And here it now is the ATN Sports for tonight. Former Ivory Coast midfielder Yaya Toure has accepted the role of an assistant coach to work with Roberto Mancini in the Saudi Arabia national team. Toure left a similar role with the Belgian side Standard Liège despite only joining in June of this year. Mancini signed Toure for Manchester City from Barcelona in 2010, and together they won 3 Premier League titles and 4 other trophies during 8 seasons at the Etihad. Aside from his spell at Standard Liège, Toure has also coached at the Ukrainian side Olympic Donetsk, Russian outfit Akhmat Grozny, and in Tottenham's academy. Toure had joined the Belgian side as part of Karl Hofken's coaching staff in the summer. With the standard currently 8th in the Belgian Pro League, Mancini was appointed as Saudi Arabia head coach in August on a deal reportedly worth $25 million per year after he stepped down from his role with UEFA and the Amory Group, owner of and France football magazine, which created the Ballon d'Or, have announced that they signed a partnership to organize the award ceremony starting next year. The Paris-based Amory Group will remain the owner of the Ballon d'Or and continue to oversee the vote, while UEFA will take charge of marketing, commercials, rights, and help organize the annual awards gala. 2 new prizes will also be added in 2024 for the men's and women's coach of the year. According to Amory, the annual ceremony takes place in Paris, but there is the possibility it could move to other big European cities after 2024. First awarded in 1956, the Ballon d'Or crowned the best European footballer each season before it was expanded in 1995 to include players of all origins based in Europe. Lionel Messi won the accolade for a record extended 8 time on Monday after he inspired Argentina to glory at the 2022 World Cup. Aitana Bonmati won the Women's Ballon d'Or for her sterling role for club and country, winning the Champions League with Barcelona and the World Cup with Spain. English referee Anthony Taylor has been relegated to the English Championship for his questionable decision making. Taylor was the center of the Europa League final, which saw Roma denied a penalty on a clear handball by a Sevilla player. After numerous complaints over the course of this season, the latest was the poor performance in the recent game between Wolves and Newcastle. Taylor awarded Newcastle a contentious penalty against Heach and Horn in their 2-2 draw with Newcastle last weekend, and will now referee Preston's game against Coventry in the Championship on Saturday. It prompted the English Federation to relegate him to the Championship. The Football Association analysed Anthony Taylor's performance and decided to relegate him to the Championship. It is the English second division where Anthony Taylor will referee the match between Preston North End and Coventry City. And that's the global news for tonight. But before we go, here is another look at the major stories. Police unveils a CNG conversion. Police rescue kidnapped victims, others. Court hears fresh suit to stop the risk bid. The government unveils CNG conversion center in Abuja. Naira sells at 880 per dollar in Binance market. 3 killed as yacht capsizes off Portugal. Selena Gomez abandons social media. UEFA to co-organize Ballon d'Or from 2024. I'm Vivian Douglas. Thank you.